It's 9:30 in the morning. It's the 5th day of June in the year of our Lord Hello Kitty 2023. This is the cover of Big Beast Presents The Glory of Giants, and that is still not Big B on the cover. Still not Big B. Don't know who this is. On his flying carpet here, not Big B. And if there was any question it was not Big B, there was just a post about this on another website showing the depiction of Big B according to the creator of Big B, not Big B. Don't know who it is, but it's not Big B. It's Monday. It's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game news. It is addresses to our friends over at Wizards of the Coast. And thankfully, not much this week. Now, obviously, because it's Pride, we're going to have a lot of Pride-themed things throughout the month. And we're going to have a lot of Pride-themed controversy around the month. So if talking about game companies and their relationship with that percentage of the gaming population is something that upsets you, sorry, you don't have to listen to this, but it is something that affects the industry, and it is something that's going on. Wizards of the Coast has a fundraiser store, their annual fundraiser store. Yes, I know this is only the second time I've ever heard about it, but it's annual. So if you want to get yourself some Pride-themed Magic the Gathering or D&D type product, go to the annual Pride fundraiser store over on, well, there is no Wizards of the Coast D&D site anymore. So I guess you can get to the store through D&D Beyond or through the Wizards of the Coast site directly, because that's still up. Just the D&D site isn't up anymore. Support me, soda. I will sell out. I'm out of coffee. So yeah. Now, mind you, we know that Wizards of the Coast, infamous for their diversity and inclusion. Hasbro, one of them. I mean, they won an award for ethics because they're so ethical over there at Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro. So we know that they have a long-standing, year-long tradition of constantly supporting our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIA OIQ population, including myself. You know, Hasbro, the company who has been sued in the past for discrimination and homophobia and sexual harassment and discrimination against people who identify as LGBTQT. Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, who, of course, have released their completely diverse and inclusive product in only one language, English. Yeah. Just changing somebody's pronoun to they does not mean you are actively inclusive or supporting the population. If it was, you'd, I don't know, take a small percentage of the money you make every year, Hasbro, and donate it to actual charities that, you know, deal with LGBTQ issues or LGBTQ at-risk youths. Speaking of Wizards of the Coast, there's a new documentary about D&D. This comes to us from the people over at Time Studios. It's a 40-minute, 50-minute documentary. It features mostly contemporary individuals, a lot of the professional players and celebrity players talking about the game, talking about their association with the game, talking about the stigma that used to be hanging around the game. You know, does it have any of the old farts like me or any of the other people like that? No, it's mostly, you know, people who've been gaming for the last 10 years, 5 years, and are Twitch famous for gaming. I have heard it's actually a pretty good documentary, though I don't know how you can really fit the entire history of the hobby in 50 minutes, especially with Joe Mangiolio's documentary coming out. Is the official sponsored documentary from Wizards of the Coast, which means it'll have, you know, how much control Joe had over it, but we'll never know until it comes out. But so here's a documentary. It's out. It's on the Time Magazine YouTube site. It's about an hour, maybe a little less, and it's supposed to be pretty good. And yeah, that thankfully that seems to be it from Wizards of the Coast. If you haven't had a chance to take the survey for the latest edition of the playtest, it's still up on the D&D Beyond site, where it is still being referred to as 1D&D, despite the fact, according to Jeremy Crawford, it's not 1D&D, and it was never supposed to be called 1D&D. The entire past year of them referring to it as 1D&D, trying to shove the idea of 1D&D down our collective's throat, That never happened, much like the incomplete history of the Drow and Paizo Pathfinder land. No, it was only supposed to be a working title. It was never supposed to be the actual title of the product, despite the fact it still says 1D&D on the website, and in every article about it, it is still referred to as 1D&D. But yes, so if you haven't had a chance to take the playtest, the final playtest, it's up on D&D Beyond, and the final survey is up on D&D Beyond. Mind you, they've already said they're doing at least one other survey because they weren't happy with the answers they got in regards to rogues and druids, because apparently there was a very specific response they wanted, and they didn't get it. So they're re-releasing it with some changes in the hopes that they will get the response they wanted. Actively admitting that there was a response you wanted and didn't get on a survey probably isn't the best thing to tell people before releasing another survey. But hey, when has Wizards of the Coast ever done anything that even marginally makes sense? People are, once again, sort of percolating the idea that is Wizards of the Coast doing these stupid things on purpose? Is this actually some plan? Because, yeah, it gets them attention. Yeah, we talk about them almost every day, so is this all these stupid things actually good? Not according to the SOC, and not according to Q2 sales so far, but yeah, it's out there. So 7 minutes in, and that's pretty much it for Wizards of the Coast this Monday, though I am sure they will have something stupid to say. Q2 results should be coming out very soon. We're going into con season. We've got Gen Con and SDC coming up. We've got the Ennies coming up, which, of course, as usual, Wizards of the Coast probably won't have a single product nominated for. Could be wrong. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Honor Amongst Thieves is now directly available at Walmart on DVD in the discount bin. It's already in the discount bin. So between the time it went on sale in Walmart, midnight Friday, and today, it is already in the discount bin. Yeah. $3 billion. It's going to make $3 billion. No, hasn't even closed $1 billion. Yeah. And as for what Wizards of the Coast Dungeons and Dragons connection with any of the current movies currently out, there is none. All right, so let's not start that silliness again. Wow. Relatively quiet week for Wizards of the Coast. Still not Bigby. Waiting for the explanation as to who that individual is. But yeah, still not Bigby. Also, it is June 5th in the year of our Lord Maki Ito 2023, and Kyle Brink still cannot leave the hobby fast enough, even though he still has his job. I'm the OG GM. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you don't appreciate this content and think I should shut up, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year, and we'll do something crazy. We haven't eaten super spicy ramen in a while. Till then, stay safe because it's raining, and I'll talk to you all later.